Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director, David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, we recognize a tireless public servant, passionate community leader, and solution-focused visionary. Today, we celebrate Ward 5 Councilman, the incomparable Cedric Crear. This will be his last Access City Council show after leading the residents of Ward 5 for 6 years. He served his constituents with commitment, compassion, and courage, and we're honored to have Councilman Crear on set with us for this final show. Councilman, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Don't make me cry already, David. It's been an amazing time serving as a councilman for Ward 5. It's amazing that I've had the honor to serve as a councilman for Ward 5, a community that I grew up in, born and raised, that I've seen develop, I've seen stagnation, I've seen everything from the Rodney King incidents to 9/11 to the recession of 8, 9, and 10 to COVID. Through all of that, I've seen our community survive, persevere. It is. And so to be in a position where I was, and I still am until December the 4th, to serve the community and to really stay developed and to really put things in place to position the community to prosper for future prosperity, it's been the most amazing privilege I've ever had to do in my entire life. And I thank all of the constituents that voted for me and that supported us here at City Hall and my office and me individually for allowing me to serve. It has been an honor of my life.
Well, you mentioned that you were born and raised in Ward 5. You know it like the back of your hand. For those of you out there not exactly sure where Ward 5 is located, we always begin the show this way. We're going to show you where the wards are located. So we'll show you Ward 5. This is Councilman's stomping ground. It's a great ward because it encompasses the downtown area, but then goes all the way out to the northwest. Includes the historic west side, the northwest, the downtown. You got a little bit of everything in there. And I think as a councilman, that's going to have to be one of the challenges because it's such a diverse ward.
Sure it is. And look, congratulations to Councilwoman-elect Chandra Summers Armstrong, who I've known for a very long time as my neighbor in my community.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Isn't that something? And so she's going to be coming in, sworn in December the 4th. One thing that she'll realize is that it's a very diversified ward, right? Like you said, you've got downtown, you've got Symphony Park, you have the historic west side, you've got a very rural area, and in each portion of the ward has its own dichotomy and its own flavor and its own vision. We've got 3 area commands: Bolden, Northwest Area Command, Downtown Area Command. So it's very diversified. And she'll find that each constituency group
very different.
Will call the office
about
with much different things
exactly.
Than what's important to the next group.
Yes, she might give you a call for, hey, what should I do here? What did you do? So.
Yeah, so it's a wonderful ward. I think it's probably one of the most diversified wards in the city.
No question. Well, Councilman, you've left an indelible imprint on this community. So we'd like to take a look back at some of your accomplishments, projects, and events over the past 6 years. We have a special video for you.
Oh, that's nice.
lot happened in 6 years.
I tell you, when you look back and you look at the chronology of how we progressed, coming in on April 18, 2018, getting sworn in coming into an environment where there just hasn't been a lot happening, and there's a lot of stagnation and a lot of plans we've talked about over the years. We go, we meet, we talk, we meet, we put together a little plan, and nothing ever happened. And to come in and then to take the 100 plan in action, the 100 plan and turn into the 100 plan in action, to actually set out strategic initiative to advance the entire ward, and then to work with the city team and city staff. I tell you, and I say this all the time, there are some amazing, smart people who work with us at the city of Las Vegas. They know what they're doing. And so my job was to help create the strategic initiative. My job was to ensure that we are staying on track, to keep the foot on the pedal, to go out to the community. As I say, I'll take all the bullets in the community, David, but you can't leave me hanging. And the staff has never left us hanging.
Of course not.
And from the city managers to the department heads, and then to our Ward 5 team, I have to thank Kelly, Tanya, and Harry for all the work that they've done. They've been so committed and so focused on ensuring that we stay on track. We're the only ward that hasn't had any turnover in staff. These individuals are so committed to the city of Las Vegas. They were, many of them worked in government before I came on board. They have been here, they've been committed, they've sacrificed so much so that we can move our community forward. And I have to personally thank each and every one of them for that, and then everybody in the city at large, as well as I have to thank my fellow council persons, as well as the mayor, because I'm only one vote. All of that we see wouldn't happen if the support of the council and the support of the mayor were not there. So I have to personally thank them as well for getting us on track.
I know they've enjoyed working with you over the years, no question. Councilman, you did so much in your 6 years. Is there any one thing or any part of the job that you're the proudest of, that you really feel like that's something that will be a legacy for me?
Well, I think that's a great question. And when you walk in the door and there's $0 invested into a community, right? And you see that, we made a concerted effort and determination not to let that happen again. We walk out now in office after 6.5 years. We have $405 million of committed investment into the historic west side of Las Vegas. And that is not talked about, that's not hearsay, that is not, well, we're gonna put it on a list. That is committed now, that is happening.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. And when you see that happening in your community that you're born and raised in, that you love, and know what a difference it's going to make over the course of the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it's pretty overwhelming. I've said this from the get-go, we're changing the course of the river. The river was going in east to west, downward spiral. We stopped it, we dammed it. Now it's going in a west to east, positive spiral. We have completely changed the trajectory of an entire community. When you think about that, what an opportunity that we had and we accomplished, because now you've got the big projects, the West Side Education Training Center, new library, Marble Manor, the Urban Farm, Mario's, all the infrastructure projects that have taken place, the Becker Technical Recreation Center, all the different things taking place. But what you don't see is all the ancillary things that have come aboard with that. When you have developers and you have people who've been sitting on parcels of land for decades and they see this education training center going up and they go, okay, now it's time for me to do something. Right. They see Share West Side with the workforce housing we're building, with the 10,000 square feet of workforce on the bottom and the test kitchen. And they go, now it's time for me to do something. And so people have never looked to doing projects within the community before, but now they're doing tremendous amount of work. And when I was on the planning commission for 2 years, you can just tell about how many items that you had on the agenda that were Ward 5 items. If you look at it now, it's gone from here to here of how many items we have that come in front of Planning Commission, in front of Council.
You got the dominoes to fall. And it's hard to get that first domino or two to fall, but once they begin to fall, then the others begin to
No doubt
follow.
about it.
You know, it's success builds on
Yeah,
success.
good work begets more good work.
Exactly.
And it's important that we had our corporate sponsors to come aboard with this. Cox at the end, Cox Innovation Center, MGM Resorts with their urban farm.
Yeah.
We've gotten, so many others, the library district come in and make a $50 million investment into the historic West Southampton Library.
That's a big chunk of money.
That's a big deal. We needed CSN to be on the outside of the building. I needed Cox to be on the outside of the building. Mm-hmm. I needed MGM to be on the outside of the urban farm, because when other people look at it and they say, oh,
I heard of them.
I heard of them. Cox is making an investment into the community. MGM is making an investment in the community.
There must be something good here. Yeah.
There must be something good going on. It's a cyclical effect. And so it was important to have those major players and investors to come into the community because it lends credibility that the project is not just some fly-by-night type of thing. And it also shows that they've done they've done their research, they've done their homework, and they believe in what's going on in the community. And so, but it also turns to the city, because they wouldn't make an investment into the community if the city wasn't making an investment into the community.
Right.
Nobody wants to be in an island by themselves. Mm-hmm. And so they see the city make an investment, then they say, I'm gonna make an investment to make this community better.
And off we go.
Yeah.
Councilman, one of the projects that I really loved in your time in office was the Legacy Park. I think that project turned out fantastically, and also just the cooperation between the city and the county making that happen. That was especially important because it made it happen then.
It did, and it happened once again. You've heard me say this. We're moving at government lightning speed in Ward 5. Phone call with Commissioner Weekly then turned into let's get it, turned into putting an RFP out, turned into a groundbreaking, turned into a ribbon cutting, and inaugurating our first class of trailblazers into the community. The people who have been enshrined within the Legacy Park are many we know, we've heard of. Mm-hmm. But also what's beautiful is there's so many people that we don't know.
Exactly.
We didn't know they did this. Mm-hmm. And so those unsung heroes that worked diligently, sacrificed so much to advance the community. Mm-hmm. And to go around and look at the plaques of the people who have done that. I always joke that I knew and know a lot of those people. Yeah. Charles Keller taught me how to swim. Mabel Hogard.
Oh. Councilman, I'm sorry, that's the doorbell. And I know we've never had a doorbell ring on this show. But that means I think there's someone at the door to come visit you for your final show. And let's see who it is. Oh, my goodness. It's your wife, Kiva, and your brother, Kenneth. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Come on up, Kenneth. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Councilman, needless to say, this is your last show. So,
my goodness.
We wanted to make sure that it was extra special. Kiva, I love you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm brother Kenneth, man. You guys, you got nothing to do today?
I'm on lunch break.
Oh, is that right? Nobody told me that you all were coming.
On Monday, so I'm cool.
Oh, you are?
My schedule.
Man, thank y'all for coming down. Welcome to City Hall once again. Don't forget to get your parking validated. So nice.
Councilman, we know that, and I speak from my own experience, the success we have, our family is part of all that. They help us get there. And I know that your family has done that for you. So
they have.
That's why we wanted to make sure that Kiva and Kenneth were here and maybe say a couple of words on your behalf. And we also have... we're going to hear from your daughters, too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I tell you. The families, as we know in public service, sacrifice so much.
They do.
I said the other day at our meeting that they get approached at Costco or Smith's or a church about something your husband has said.
Give me a call.
Have your husband give me a call or this. I voted on something and they have issues with, and even my brother to say, he goes out in the community and say, oh yeah, it's your brother, right? Well, tell him so and so, and so they sacrifice a lot, and I thank you all. You don't ask to be in public service. you support those who are in public service, and I couldn't do it, as you know, if I didn't have the support of you all as my family, my support group.
And
They're awesome.
they're successful in their own right.
Yeah.
Of course, Kiva, we worked at the Water District together back then. She's a manager over there. Yeah. And it's a small world.
It is.
Good people, I can tell you firsthand.
It is great people. My brother is a world-managed music artist, Tony Braxton. Check out his show, Love and Laughter, at Cosmopolitan Hotel.
I've heard of her.
Cedric, the entertainer, Tony Braxton. Check it out. It's a great show. But yeah, I've been blessed to be surrounded by great people who are motivation. When you see people who are successful, it motivates you to be successful in whatever aspect that you go down. You know, I always say, David, we are blessed to serve in these positions for a finite amount of time. It is going to come to an end, and what are you going to do to make a difference? And so I'm motivated by my family. I see the success that my brother has, his success. My wife is one of the smartest, most loving persons that I know, a great mom, great wife, great community servant. And so it inspires me to keep doing stuff and all the work that we do here at the city.
Sure, for sure. Kiva, Kenneth, you guys, is there anything you'd like to say?
Baby, I love you, and I'm so proud of everything you've done, and I just want this community to know how much you have given to them in the past 6 years, and so Hagan, Kennedy, and I are just so proud of you, and we love you, and we're excited that we'll have him home a little bit.
A little less stuff on the weekend. And night and all that. Yeah, for sure.
But he's always going to be dedicated to the ward and the community, so we're not worried about him not still giving back, but happy to have him home for a little bit, but so very proud of everything that he's done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you?
Well, I'm not going to say, baby, I love you. But I will say this, our parents would be very proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, our roots are Las Vegas. My dad was the second black doctor in Las Vegas. And being raised here and, you know, and watching what my brother's been able to accomplish. And like you said, it's, you know, in today's world, if you can have your peace of mind and treat the next person well, you know, I even, I was telling Councilwoman Seaman, our play in the All-American Park, and they're doing phenomenal things, and my brother does phenomenal things. And it's just nice to see when people are doing their jobs and giving back and making the city a better place. So Ward 5 will miss him, you know, really will, because the things he has accomplished, I couldn't even put myself in his shoes. We all, like, I may deal with artists and they're difficult, but what he does for people and what he has done for other people, you know, I'm so proud to be your brother.
Thank you.
And, you know, it's just, I'm lucky I moved back here, you know, and I've been home now 9 years, and I got the best sister-in-law, I got the best nieces, you know, I got, you know, success has so many different layers, and my brother is a successful man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Well, Kenneth mentioned your daughters, Hagan and Kennedy, and so we're going to hear from them.
Is that right?
Hagan, of course, lives in New York. Kennedy's at school at Penn State, but they have a message for you just the same. So we're going to see that here.
Hi, Dad. I'm here to tell you how proud I am of you and all of your accomplishments as a Ward 5 councilman. I know how much you love your community and how much you love to help your community, and it has really shown during your years as councilman. You're the most inspiring person I know, and I've seen you put your own well-being to the side to help people you care about. The Ward 5 community and the whole Las Vegas community was lucky to have you helping and supporting them throughout this time. I know whatever you do in your future will be bright because that's the person you are. You're the most supporting father, the most loving person I know. I love you so, so much, and I know whatever you'll do in the future, you'll succeed at. Love you.
Congratulations, Dad. You have so much to be proud of. You've helped so many people throughout your career, and it's so inspiring. You can now say that you've made such an impact on the community that you grew up in, and that impact will be lasting for generations to come. It has been an honor to witness your journey, and it's all inspiring. I love you so much, and you have so much to be proud of. And as always, your family, your daughters, your wife are always in your corner throughout your next journey in life. And this is something that I'm so excited for you to embark upon, and I just can't wait to see what God has planned, what God has in store for you. So I love you so much, Dad. I can't wait to see you. And I am just so, so proud of you and so awe-inspired by you every day. You have so much to be proud of, and the people and your family, thank you.
Hagan and Kennedy. Councilman, I'm about ready to cry, too.
Oh, man.
They are, Hagan is in New York City, lives there, Howard graduate, and Kennedy is she a junior at Penn State?
She's a junior at Penn State, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
How time flies. I remember when she headed out to State College. So.
Yep, no doubt about it. All of our kids, I always said too, man, we've seen our kids grow. We've seen our kids develop.
Councilman, there's the doorbell again.
We got another doorbell.
Another doorbell. We have some other special guests that wanted to come in and say hello to you on your final show. Keevan, Kenneth, we're going to move over. We got the mayor coming in.
Oh, my God.
And Councilwoman Seaman, Councilwoman Diaz, come on in, you guys. Councilwoman Polensky, Mayor Pro Tem Knutson, come in, Mayor, come in.
Congratulations.
This is a photo bomb, Councilman.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you so much.
Come in, you guys.
God,
Come in,
thank you.
A little less charming.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you guys for being here.
My goodness.
Yeah, and Councilman, we're all here because we wanted to just say it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with you over these years. Somebody else better jump in here. Help me out.
Mayor, you're never won that. Clean expert.
Yeah.
You know something?
got a handkerchief.
You
There
got
you go.
your own.
Here. Look at it, here. I've never used it for this, but it's the first, Mayor.
I know it takes
Yeah.
that. You
Oh, my God. Look, Jesus, thank you all. And I know you all are so busy. We know the demands of being elected. Your calendar is probably the biggest thing that you don't have much of a control of, right? Nobody knows what you go through as a council person, as mayor, and the demand of your time until you get into the seat. And you know that your time is not your time anymore once you get elected. So for you all to carve out time to come out and to just be here today means more than you'll ever know.
And Councilman, do you know how hard it is to schedule this?
That's what I'm saying.
To get all these
That's
people
what I'm
in the same
saying.
place at the same time.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If it's not council day.
Exactly. But they're all here for you.
They
every one
are.
of them.
Thank
So-
you all.
times with you as a little boy
Yeah.
and your brother and knowing your folks. I know they're smiling today.
Yeah.
You
Hear,
have
hear.
been an outstanding son. I know an outstanding husband, brother, and father. I think we do everything in life to try to make world better, but certainly to please our parents and family and those we love. I can't tell you how proud I am, having known your whole family.
Yeah.
That you have just been so instrumental in Ward 5. Everything you've touched, it's been 100% of you all the time with dignity, respect, and integrity.
Oh.
And so you'll never be replaced.
My goodness, and that's why she's the mayor. Thank you all so much. And like I say this all the time, there is nothing that we could have accomplished in my time served if it wasn't for support of each and every one of you. I'm only one vote, and you all have supported us. And so anything that I've accomplished in Ward 5 as a councilman, we've all accomplished in Ward 5 on behalf of the entire city, because you know that anything could have come in front of you and like, I don't know. But you're spot on, and you guys have been there since day one. And this goes to council that we've served with, and council that continue to serve with, and city managers we've served with, and city managers we are serving with. So thank you all on behalf of myself and on behalf of Ward 5 and the residents, but now we got to keep on continuing going. There's still so much work to do. You guys know what's on the horizon. I ask of you all who are continuing to be here to help support the new council person coming in, support that vision, and let's continue to keep this ball rolling, because we've got so much momentum happening. And so I appreciate you, and thank you all.
Thank you. You know what, Councilman, we're going to give you the final word. So everybody in the booth, we can go ahead and wrap it. Councilman, thank you for everything.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. God bless you. Continue to serve. Thank you for your service. Thank you to the community for allowing me to serve as a Ward 5 councilman for 6 years, planning commissioner for 2 years, as a regent for 12 years. It has been an honor to serve in public office. If you get an opportunity to serve in public office, please take advantage of it, because it's the most admirable thing you could ever do, to be able to serve on behalf of somebody else. So thank you all. God bless you.